What's good, guys? Q here.
It's Teddy.
And you listening to The Farm. It has been a couple weeks, Teddy.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
We've been letting y'all wonder, wait for our return.
Kind of letting them stew.
Yeah. We have a lot of people like, when you gonna have another episode? You know, with all this COVID shit running around and stuff like that. You know.
Ridiculousness.
It is.
It's attached to this bullshit.
But that ain't what we wanted to talk about.
So let's get to the topic at hand. Now, Teddy, during this pandemic, this world-changing event, you've been going through a couple of things.
Man, it's, even though we got this COVID stuff going on, shit is still ridiculous out here. I'm still in the dating world. I'm still trying to find my queen. You know what I'm saying? And, man, some of these women out here are ridiculous. Now, I know y'all gonna be like, he always bad mouthing women. But I need for one of y'all to send one of the good ones, because I keep getting a bunch of these frogs that I'm kissing, and these bitches are turning into goddamn refugees. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I really don't understand. You know, you thought you're supposed to kiss a frog and turn into a prince or a princess. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't getting that shit. You know, it just absolutely ridiculous.
Let me ask you something. How do I want to phrase it? I look at it like this. In the movies, the supervillain doesn't really come until after the hero is created. So do you think you're projecting these negative women in your life?
No, not at all. Shit. I try to take motherfuckers as they come, but there's only so much bullshit that I put up with. I'm a patient man. I really am. I'm a truly patient man, and I'm understanding. You know what I'm saying? I understand that not everybody had a loving family they grew up with and shit like that. Right. So a lot of these motherfuckers, they go on survival. What can they get out of a nigga before they run out of time? So I can understand that shit. I really do. But if a guy, okay, I'll give you an example. So a couple weeks ago and stuff like that, I was messing with this young lady and stuff like that, and out of nowhere, she messaging me like, you know, we'll come over and stuff like that, but I'm on my period. And I'm like, okay, I feel you, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to be selfless and give me no head. And then let's say that was a Wednesday. So Wednesday later, she messaged me talking about her period ain't came down.
So wait. She was on her period.
She was on her period, messaging me and stuff like that, asking me to send all kind of explicit videos and whatnot and stuff like that. And talking about she would come over, but she on her period. But then here we go, Wednesday later, she messaged me talking about her period ain't came down yet, which is weird. She said she spotted for 2 days and ain't come down, which is weird. She like, that's unusual for her. You know what I'm saying? She had me there for a little bit. I was like, bitch, you just saying you was bleeding. You ain't say you was spotting. You said you was bleeding. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She was saying all kind of stuff. You know, I would let you play with it, just my clip, but, you know, not go inside and stuff like that, you know, because there's a bloody mess. And all right, nah, I'm good. You know, I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? God been letting me with both of these. So, yeah, she started talking about, yeah, you know, I can't have no baby right now. I can't afford it. I'm no way, shape, or form. And I'm just like, okay. Now, she texted me all this. She ain't talking to me. She texted me all this. And I'm just like, okay. So then she like, I'm going to have my sister go get me a pregnancy test. I'm like, okay, yet again. So let's say half an hour later, she messaged me and stuff like that, a picture of a positive pregnancy test. And I'm like, oh, okay. She like, oh my God, I'm just freaking out. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I'm just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wait for the theatrics to happen. And then she started talking about she got to call her insurance company and see if her insurance to pay for the abortion and all kind of stuff. And then she said that somewhere it was $429 for it. And then she said she talked to someone and stuff like that and said if they come to that she was to put a down payment today, it'd be $200. And she had $56 to her name. She said she asked her mama and shit like that, but her mama couldn't help her. She like, if it wasn't for that, she wouldn't ask me for nothing. So I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, if you can handle the rest of it, I really appreciate it. I was like, ask your sister. She's like, what? I'm like, ask your sister.
Ask her sister.
That's what I told her, because me and her sister had a long rapport. We worked together for a couple of years and stuff like that. Had a long rapport. That's how I met her, through her sister. So I'm like, ask your sister. If your sister paid for it, I pay your sister back. She's like, you don't trust me? I'm like, no, I don't. I absolutely do not trust you. I do not trust you to give you $150 over. This shit is just fishy. You know what I'm saying? It's a fishy shit. You know what I'm saying? So then I messaged the sister like, hey man, your sister told me not to say nothing to you, but she talking about she pregnant and shit like that, and she talking about she need an abortion, and I was like, this is wild. You know what I'm saying? And the sister's like, she ain't fucking pregnant. I just talked to her this fucking morning.
So long story short, she was trying to play you out of $150.
Yeah, man.
Trying to finesse you.
Try to finesse me and shit like that, because I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sneaky. You know, every time I tell female shit like that, I don't trick off and shit like that. Bitch, you want to say she don't like no fucking cheap dude. I ain't a cheap dude. I just know how to spend my money. I don't spend my money on motherfucker ain't worth nothing.
Here's the thing. I whenever I'm dating a woman, I put them in a position just right above where they were already at. Which means financially, if you are another bill, you're a burden. I can't allow for that.
This is
true.
true.
What I'm saying? So and for me, man, it's like we should bring something to the table together. And if she can't do that,
she'll build. She'll build that talks back. Ain't nothing worse than that light bill that say, hey, you remember me? Remember me? Oh, you just gonna walk away. Ain't nothing worse than a bill like that. You know what I'm saying? That was hypergamy, and it's been a social debate about it. Women who date up. Whenever a woman date up, they can go from here, and they find the right dude, they go here. But a guy never goes up.
No.
He comes down.
No.
You know what I'm saying? She takes away from his situation. That's what hypergamy is. When a woman approaches a man and stuff like that, socially, she goes up. She gains something from it. But men don't gain anything. We lose majority of the time we lose finances and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we here and she's there, and literally she comes up and he's come down. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't rise.
That's how the elevation doesn't equate well.
There's a social debate about that shit, and it's true. That's why, you know, a lot of times women seek men that have finances and stuff like that, because that helps them gain something. Because even if the marriage doesn't work and stuff like that, they're financially taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Or they get the house, or they get the kids, and then they get the alimony and the child support. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They become better. It's situation become better, and the man gains more bills. So it is what it is. That's life. That's how the world works. Women always seek men that are more established and stuff like that. They work less as hard. You know what I hate?
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you all this. What I hate. I hate when I'm approached by a woman and she says I'm old fashioned.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what do that mean? Like, well, my grandma, she used to take care of the kids, and my granddaddy worked and stuff like that, and she stayed at home. I'm like, oh, you trying to retire on the nigga. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah. I'm sorry. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, your grandma pussy must have been insane. Because no way, you know, back in the day and stuff like that, in her day, Wonder Bread was a nickel.
Yep.
It was 5 cents for a loaf of bread.
Yeah. And the medium income. So I was watching this movie. It's made from the 1930s, 1934. It was about Bonnie and Clyde, and the one of the marshals that was the Texas Ranger that was tasked to hunt them down or whatever. His wife had bought a new Ford. Mm-hmm. And one of the guys who came to recruit him back to the Texas Rangers asked him, like, yeah, can you afford that? And he was like, well, you got to ask the wife. And when she approached, she came in with the car, and she was like, yeah, it cost her I think it was like $1,000. So I had to start doing some equations, see what that equated to. Mm-hmm. So in 1930, a dollar now would be the equivalent of $19.53.
Jesus.
$19.53 at $1.
I would love to go back in time, but it wasn't too nice for our people.
No, it wasn't too nice for our people at all. However, though, that old-fashioned shit, it doesn't really equate to people who have melanin in their skin. That old-fashioned shit usually equates to...
It was hard enough for your granddaddy to get a job. Your grandma wasn't about to get no work.
Absolutely not. So that old-fashioned shit, I don't listen to it.
No, that's the game they try to play. They try to see, they try to feel me out and see where my head is at and shit like that.
Like old-fashioned, what do you mean by old-fashioned? That's a blanketed statement. Realistically, then you shouldn't be wearing pants, number one, because old-fashioned said that a woman is stay home.
The first time a woman wore, I think, pants, it was 1954, she got arrested.
Yep.
She wore pants outside. She got arrested for wearing pants. No, it wasn't pants, it was shorts. She wore shorts outside. She got arrested.
You're supposed to have a dress on.
Public indecency. That's what the charge was.
Yeah. Number two,
fucking crazy.
You're supposed to take care of babies. No back talk. For all you women who like to challenge your man, old fashioned means no back talk. You're not the breadwinner, so you don't get a say.
You gotta ask permission for everything. You want to be fucking a dude. You gotta treat him like your daddy. You gotta ask him permission for everything.
But see, that's what's old fashioned.
Can I go out on the weekend? Can I get some money to get my hair did? I just want. That's just why would you want that? I want to equal.
What happens is they want to pick and choose what they deem is
like a buffet. That's what it is. They don't want a 3-course meal. They want a buffet. Buffet like, oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I like that. I don't like that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So if you want to pick and choose what you deem is old fashioned, you should have the insight to be able to articulate that into a way that let me know what you mean by old fashioned.
Well, no, it's the truth is not, it's null and void. You know what I'm saying? So many motherfuckers, and so many women say, oh, I want the truth. I want nothing but the truth. But they lie and withhold information so much.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a chick, I told her that I lie to protect you sometimes. She got mad at me for that. Now, the same thing happened on the other end of the spectrum. I can respect it because I'm a fucking adult.
Mm.
So I understand that people lie for different reasons. And don't always have to be malicious.
Yeah, but
But okay.
It's a slippery slope though.
Dude,
lion is a slippery slope.
Think about this. A lion eats what it wants because it's in its nature to do it.
Okay.
Humans have the ability to lie because it's in our nature. This is not something that it's out of the realm of norm. Kids lie to protect themselves from getting in trouble for some shit that they did. Nobody taught them to do that.
But lying.
Listen, but okay.
Go ahead.
Hold on, because I had a point to all
finish
this.
Your point.
The point is, though, that whenever a woman would lie,
mm-hmm.
they will justify it in their mind of, oh, I didn't lie to you. I just didn't tell you the truth. Or I withheld certain information, which is, at its essence, deceit is a lie.
Yeah, whenever you withhold information, it changes the current information, which makes it a lie. So, yeah, I can understand that. But it's a slippery slope.
Oh, absolutely.
Once you start lying, when you lie,
you have to make 10 different lies to
keep up with that lie. You know, it's a slippery slope. And then when a motherfucker cannot ascertain when you're telling the truth, like I said, one of the most vital part of any relationship, when you watch the motherfucker that you love lie to the motherfucker they said they love more than anybody, and how convincing that shit is. That is some eye-opening shit. Cause you know why? Because after they done with that phone call, they look at you in your eyes and shit like that. And shit can figure out that what have you just realized?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes. That happened to me a couple of times.
You know what I don't like are people who lie to themselves so convincingly.
Yeah, it's kind of like meditation.
It's scary.
Well, they're actors. They're actors.
That is very scary to me. Because
Well, that's how meditation works.
oh, absolutely.
That's how mind over matter works. You know what I'm saying? You tell yourself you can do something over and over and over and over and over. So you like, you know what? I can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Depending on what you tell yourself. Tell yourself you can jump out the third floor building and you can catch the bear.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But if you tell yourself, hey, I can ace that test. Or I can lift that fucking barbell that I've been scared to do for this long and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Mind over matter works.
Ultimatums.
Ooh, I hate them.
Ultimatums.
I don't give them.
I don't give them. And I'm not going to respond well to them. I've been giving them countless times, and for me, it's like, America don't make deals with terrorists because you're opening the floodgates.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, you're opening the floodgates to something way worse.
Hashtag slippery slope.
And so to hear that from someone who's supposed to care for you, oh my God,
well, it
that's
depends.
terrible.
Well, it depends. It depends. Cause I just had a discussion with a friend of mine. Some ultimatums can be good. If you're hurting yourself, and ultimatum is that person leaves your life because you're hurting yourself, then that ultimatum is ultimately good. It's for the greater good. But if it's for a control so they can benefit from it, you know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes kind of ugly. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a tool they using their present or their importance against you. But if they're doing it to save you,
that's where I'm focusing my attention.
Yeah,
on that situation.
Well, it was general, so we had to throw it out there so our viewers would be like, wait a minute now, you know what I'm saying? I made my boyfriend stop smoking cigarettes. Good for you, sweetheart.
Exactly, but no, I've had females tell me, "Oh well, you're not gonna get none unless you do this." Well, I won't get none.
I'm like, you ain't getting none. Like, I'll be back.
I got options.
Where you going? I'll be back.
You know what I mean? It's like, really?
Give me that $40 off the dresser. $40.
I think some people underestimate their physical ability. You know what I mean? It's like, or their hold on someone else. Who do that work for though? How many out there has gotten or received an ultimatum and it actually, you complied with it? I'm curious about that number.
Well,
and what do that do to the relationship?
I think it breeds resentment because it's a control thing.
Right.
Like, I didn't know, and so I had a best friend and he got into a relationship. I didn't know that women could be controlling. I didn't realize that. And I thought, for a long time I thought women were just victims and stuff like that, and I was so naive. And women can be very controlling. They can control you with, of course, sex. They can control you with their presence. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you can't see me today because you did this, or I didn't like this. You know what I'm saying? And if it works and stuff like that, that's how you train a dog, with negative and positive reinforcement.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and also, you can train anything like that, with negative and positive reinforcement.
Yeah, it's psychological warfare. I mean, it's, brainwashing is a real thing.
I don't know why we can't be equals. You know what I'm saying? I don't subjugate any woman. I don't try and bend a woman to my will at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to look for a child. I'm trying to look for a partner.
Right.
And I think someone said something to me that because the said woman that was lied and said that she was pregnant and shit like that, because she never said she was pregnant by me. She just said she was pregnant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know. I kind of knew that I wasn't the only one. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
Yeah. But someone told me, like, maybe you should not care as much and stuff like that. You got to play the game. I'm like, the game? Wait a minute. So you saying that you interact with another person in some kind of game? And I'm like, no.
That don't make any sense to me. Games supposed to be fun.
Ain't nothing fun about emotional manipulation.
No. In games, you have a do-over. But this is real life. how do you equate real life to a video?
But no one wanted to be the loser though. Let's think about it. When there's a game and stuff like that, there's always going to be winners and losers.
And it's a competition.
Yeah, and then there's going to be the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And so at the same time and stuff like that, I understand you. Sometimes you gotta withhold some of yourself or stuff like that when that person is. But if you literally seeing a person move differently and stuff like that, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem and stuff like that. This young lady and stuff like that, she has some undesirable traits and stuff like that. But who doesn't? Who doesn't have a amount of baggage and stuff like that? Because maybe they've been grown up in a household that didn't value, love, care, and respect and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When it's survival versus love and stuff like that, it's more people had to grow up in survival situation than love. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I can understand that. I understand this. But at the same time, when someone is generally treating you well, you should reciprocate. You should be able to say, you know what, this person.
See, what you're not realizing is this: when a person don't really care for themselves too much,
oh yeah,
then receiving it from you, they're skeptical, because if you're giving them attention, love that they never had, they got to question, what is your motive?
What is my end goal? What am I trying to gain?
And when they do that, they're self-sabotaging. And if a person is not willing to grow, especially in our we're in our fucking 30s.
Yeah, man. We ain't young men
That's
no more.
kid shit to be trying to equate this shit to a game.
Yeah.
When you're in your 30s, you're looking to grow and establish something real. A family, for example. Both of us, we don't have kids. We don't have kids. We are the product of a negative environment growing up. So we saw certain things, we looked at it and realized we didn't want to bring that into our lives as we got older. And so, yeah, we fucked around and played around when we were younger, but now, as an adult.
Oh, that was homework.
Yeah.
Oh, that was homework.
That was practice.
That's all that was. Homework. Figure out who we are, what we like, what we don't like. Like I tried. I've been the playboy. You know what I'm saying? I realize I don't like it. It's a lot of work and shit like that. And you don't get you
get bored with it.
It ain't the bored. You don't get nothing out of it.
Yeah, you start when it becomes something that you're doing habitually that you don't feel anything for, then you got to wake the fuck up and figure out that one person who's going to do it for you. And no, it's not a perfect situation. No thing is supposed to be progressive. There's no relationship alive that's going to be perfect. However, though, you should be able to find someone who can care, who you can care for, and you can grow together.
And they gotta be matching your effort too.
Oh, absolutely. You shouldn't have to. I'm not expecting my woman ever to match my stride, but she has to match my effort. And I tell every woman that I fuck with that. I'm not looking for you to match my stride. I know who I am. I've known who I was since I was a kid, and people thought it was arrogance, but I already had that. I had the knowledge and the insight of who the fuck Q was. Look at him. You see that? You see that? Because he knows it's the truth. God damn it. You know it's the truth. I knew who I was.
I know.
But that's what it is. I know what qualities I like about myself, the ones I needed to work on. And it's just enhanced as I gotten older. Why you smiling like that?
I'm just listening. I'm just enjoying you. You tell the world who you are.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Sure you are. But anyway, yeah, man. So I guess I never leave a situation with a statement. I want to leave it with a question.
We're kind of early for a question now.
Well, we only doing 30 minutes.
Oh,
we had 24.
I thought we were doing an hour.
You want to do an hour?
That don't matter. Better sit in the house and I'm like, damn, I wish I was doing something other than watching Netflix.
Oh, well, see, I'm working on my book.
Oh.
I got voiceovers to do today and finish up. Because my goal is to put the book out on the store by Sunday.
Yeah, I like
at least
this
have
people.
it up.
Yeah, this is my baby lug nuts. Yeah, she ain't perfect. But she puts out.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day you start studying with your car.
I ain't studying. I'm just saying, like this is a milestone for me, people. I've never owned a vehicle before. This is the first time in 32 years. 32 years that I have a motor vehicle. I have my own. I usually got rides from everybody. Like, hey man, what you doing? Or when Uber came out, I was like, I don't have to bother nobody. Just spending little money and stuff like that. That round trip hit me on the head, but I got back and forth where I wanted to go. And now I'm just like, you know what?
Progression.
Yeah, man. I had to evolve sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
man. But
I'm happy.
Something was incredible. We went to the barbershop today, and one of the gentlemen sitting there in the seat, he made a statement. He's like, you should come bring up the topic of real on your podcast. Remember that?
I remember him talking. Yeah.
Yeah. He said that most of these women out here screaming that they want a real man, yet they will spend their money
on fake nails, fake hair, eyelashes, butts,
breasts.
Shapes. You know,
you cannot want what you're not giving out. You can't.
That's my boy Jeremy.
You just can't. I mean, it's dumbfounding to think that you want something that you can't give yourself.
Oh shit!
You trying to call your boy?
Yeah, I was trying to get his attention. Don't worry about it. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking to our audience.
What's good, man?
What's good, man?
Shit, you know.
You out here driving the whip, man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Shit, on my way into work now, man.
Want to make them dollars.
Man, look. Easy money, can't beat it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to put in a word for me after I get these Zelle taken
Actually,
care of.
it's actually my position actually online. Real janitor, apply for it online.
Okay.
It's definitely on there.
Also, y'all listen. It's CTA Real Janitor. Y'all need some work.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cause they all need people, and we need these dollars.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
What time you? I don't want to put your business out there. What time you gonna be back this way?
I'll get off at 9.
Just hit me up. I got your package.
All right.
All right.
Take it easy, man.
All right, bro. Yeah, sorry about that.
We segue a lot.
Sorry, our neighbors.
Yeah, so I mean, you want someone real, be willing to be real yourself. And stop. You know what I don't like?
People don't think they're enough. And you know why I say that, because people see all these motherfuckers on Facebook with all these Photoshop pictures and shit like that, and all this makeup they got and stuff on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I dated a girl, and for a long time she never wore makeup, but she would Photoshop her pictures. So then we stopped dating and shit like that. She really got into makeup. And then out of nowhere and stuff like that, I'm like, man, bitch, when you get beautiful? I knew you was beautiful already. But when you become, she was like an 8. You know, when the fuck you become an 11? You know what I'm saying? She working the fucking, the contour shit, working all that stuff. And I'm just like, damn. But then when I see her.
She wanted you to see that.
Yeah, that was a fuck you. That was like, oh, look what you left. But when I go see her shit like that, she got so much acne from all the makeup and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And now her skin look all dry because she constantly put on all this fucking makeup every day and stuff like that.
Creamy crack.
And it's just ridiculous. Like, love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get a haircut and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I've approached and courted women without having a haircut. They be like, dang. They be like, why you look like Wolfman? And then when I get a haircut, they like, damn, you sexy as fuck. Like, I've been sexy. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just reveal what was already there. You know what I'm saying? Makeup hides it. You know what I'm saying? Makeup, when you put on all that foundation and shit like that, man, that shit ain't good for your skin.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Put on them big ass eyelashes and stuff like that. Be yourself. Women, you are beautiful. You're beautiful. And even the one motherfucker that's a 4, they get played. You be like, damn, why the fuck he with her? Cause he can respect her because she's herself. You know what I'm saying? And she probably ain't got no limits. Yeah, she probably
no
got
limits at all.
Yeah. She sit on it.
I didn't have some pretty decent 4s. Some 5, some 6.
You know what I'm saying? I can respect it. I'm a 4. Okay, that's fine. I'm charming the motherfucker. I can make you laugh. I make you laugh. You're like, damn, he cute. She forget about it. She be like, damn, he ain't no 4.
I may be a 6. Maybe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
You know, from the neck up, I'm handling the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I needed that.
We're not concerned with those things.
Yes. Like,
if you're a 10 out there, I'll come after you too. I have, and I will get you. It's the arrogance. When I open my mouth,
it's a challenge, man.
I become
you know,
a
that's
10.
the problem and shit like that. I don't put up enough challenge. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But the way I see a relationship, the way you start something, the way you finish it.
Absolutely.
So if you start it on a negative foot, you're gonna end it that way. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build resentment. You know what I'm saying? But if you start it well, treat each other with respect, with care, and with setting boundaries and stuff like that. How can you go wrong?
Communication is important. And if you can't articulate your needs, not your wants. See, I don't believe in the want shit. Wants come later. Your needs, your absolute needs. Then you get what you get. And you can't be upset at a person for not supplying that. For me, I'll tell you what I need. And I'll ask a woman, what do you need?
You know, lately I haven't been finding women I can actually have a conversation with. That's the biggest problem. Too many motherfuckers want to be distracted with movies and fucking. No one wants to sit down and have.
I don't take first dates on dinner and a movie. I'll take you on dinner, but we're doing some other activity.
Like let's talk. Like let's have a whole conversation. But here's the thing about me: I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge the way you think and shit like that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know
you should.
You know what I'm saying? If you feel this way and shit like that, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna challenge the way you think. You know what I'm saying? What of this and what of this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, if you give me a shitty ass response and stuff like that, or you respond emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about you. So sorry about that. I don't even know who this is. Oh. Well, I'm sorry. So sorry about that. I forgot to cut my ringer down. We riding dirty.
But, you know, it should be a challenge. I think healthy debates are important because it opens your mind and it opens you up to, you know, deep thought. People want to be superficial and, you know, the Netflix and chill shit is real. Oh, let's vibe. Okay, vibing is cool, but once you're done vibing, what do you got?
You got nothing.
What is the takeaway? If a person was to leave you today, what would you miss about them?
That's a good question.
What would you miss? What would you honestly miss? Think about this. Each person that's listening to this podcast, I'm pretty sure has had at least 2 adult relationships. Right? And when you first broke up with that person, you was hurt for whatever period of time. But now it is nothing. It is nothing to you.
Yeah. I've experienced that lately. You know what I'm saying? I had a woman told me I was the love of her life. And fucking 4 months passed and shit like that. And I was a fucking stranger to her. She wouldn't do shit for a nigga. I was like, damn, that love evaporated fast as fuck.
It's just words, man. The action's not. See, it's easy to say something. It's harder to perform for it.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean? So I don't give. And
I was romanced by them words because, you know, we were together for a while and shit like that. And she said, I don't know. I
don't get enthralled by those words. I want to see.
Well, I thought it was my mate. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't no new chick. You know what I'm saying? It was time served. And then that bitch put me up for parole. I was like, I don't want to be free.
He was institutionalized. You remember, Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, man.
When they released the prisoner?
Yeah, man. Mercy killing. Just go ahead. And the motherfucker got on top of the table with the rope and shit.
It's like, look, I can't do this without it. Well, you know what I'm saying? There's no real love like that no more. I'm glad we're not like certain birds and certain animals that mate for life. 'Cause there's a lot, people will be dead by the wayside. Oh my God, how quick the humans change relationships now.
But no, if you mate for life and shit like that, then that'll be something internally to keep you there and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if your mate was to die and shit like that, and you mate for life, you can't find another mate. You will be alone for the rest of your goddamn life.
Well, no, but think about this. There are certain birds that mate for life, and if, let's say, one, God forbid, dies, the other one stress out and die.
Yeah.
Soon after.
What
happens if that's the case for humans?
I don't understand how motherfuckers can survive after they motherfucker, they wife and their husband or their long time girlfriend dies, and they gotta sit here and fucking try and start all the way over. But you got all them fucking scars from, that last relationship. Cause no relationship is perfect. There's no perfect relationship. There's always going to be a different opinion because you're two different people trying to share your life, sharing your space and stuff like that, your finances, your food, you're sharing everything and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And humans, that go against self-preservation, to share everything you have.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a cultural thing. It's not a biological thing. We're not meant to be symbiotic like that.
Nope.
We're meant to be social. We're sociable creatures, just like any social hierarchy, like wolves, like monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Like gorillas. We're social. We're supposed to have a hierarchy and stuff like that. We're supposed to have a pod of people that we belong to. You know what I'm saying? That's why the military and families and church is so important, because you want to be able to belong to something. But to be symbiotic like that, to share everything. We were just talking about that at the motherfucking at the barber.
At the barber.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you buy something, you're like, hey, I'm about to go to the store real quick, I'm about to grab something. You want anything? No, I'm good. You get home and shit like that, and as soon as you start digging in, oh, can I have something? Like, bitch, didn't I just ask you? Did you want something? Forget. I fixed my lips to have that last bite, to have every inch of this sandwich. No,
I told you. That's why I'll instinctually buy something extra, because if I want it, if I offer it to you and you tell me no, then I'm expecting no. However, though, I have the wisdom from living long enough.
I think it's what's that? I think sometimes, I'm sorry. You were saying, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, I have the insight, though, is from living long enough to understand that is not the case. And when someone sees it, just something in their mind says, I want it now.
I think it's a challenge, so.
Yeah.
I think to see if you're going to share. Because usually when you buy something, it's like your favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
That's your regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, I could use me an Italian beef. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I use me a gyro, or I use me a 6-piece. You know what I'm saying?
What was that movie? It was, I think it's not The Best Man.
Deliverance from Eva? No. It was some stupid romance movie and shit.
And you supposed to share your last or whatever.
Your last bite. It was
The Brothers.
The
Best
Brothers.
Man?
The Brothers.
Brothers.
And it was the challenge, see if he'll give you the last bite and shit like that. Oh, what's his name? Shamar Moore. Yeah. Shamar Moore got the chance to get that last bite up and shit.
It wasn't Shamar Moore.
I thought it was Shamar Moore, light skinned ass.
No. It was the other one, dark one.
I don't know.
Terrible with names.
Yeah.
I know who he was. I know who he is. But it wasn't Shamar Moore. He was the one that's supposed to get married, and he didn't. He ran.
Oh, girl, pop.
He was.
She tried to kill him.
Kind of smart. I tell people who try to get married now, congratulations, and I'm so sorry. Coming from being married, oh my God.
I don't see how it can be so hard if she the one, if you already know what you're getting into and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see what a problem. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
When you became from 29 to 30, What was your thoughts on that?
What, marriage?
No. When you went up in age, when you went from 29 years old to 30 years old, what was your mind state?
Not a goddamn thing. I didn't celebrate that shit.
That's right. Boom. Me neither. It's just another thing for us.
Yeah.
However, though, it becomes so much more important and critical for a woman in their lives. The transition from one state to another. From 29 to 30.
To an old woman.
From single or courting to married. It becomes this enthralled thing that encompasses every aspect of their lives. It becomes this emotional thing that they're going to use as a weapon of good and evil within that situation, within that relationship. And that's usually what I see happens. Not just from my own experience, but from talking to countless men that I know who are now married, who had really good relationships and really good rapport with their now wives when they were just dating, that when they went from, hey, we're just hanging out and we're dating and recording, to I do, and like, I don't understand it, man. I don't think you can't appreciate that yet until you get to that situation. But I have a strong appreciation for it, having coming from that. Like, what the fuck just happened? Who are you now, Mrs. You know what I'm saying, Farmer, from being Miss such and such?
Yeah, I don't understand this shit. Like
I would never understand it.
That means that woman was not the woman she showed you for all them years.
Yeah. All I'm looking for that prize.
That means she hid who she really was.
Think about,
the whole
it's a prize to them. That's a status. That's a prize. That's a
Yeah,
destination.
they go on Facebook and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, even because look at the logic where what we buy our daughters and these young girls. You know, Barbie, she has the Ken, she has the Playhouse, and you get the teacups and the dresses. I mean, that's real adult world shit. So they're teaching and brainwashing these kids that you have to be married.
Well, I'm gonna teach my son. I'm getting my sons. Their first toy is gonna be like a dish set.
What?
I'm gonna teach my kid. I'm on the 10-year plan, people. In 10 years of me having my first child, I'm retiring from dishes.
You're gonna have my nephew washing dishes.
Yes.
That's your job.
No, it's not.
It's his job to be a kid.
It's his job.
No.
I'm gonna take care of everything else.
No.
I'm gonna take care of the bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on all the stupid ass shit he want. But I know I'm gonna get pressured. Oh, everybody wearing them shoes. Like yeah, see what shoes I wore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better learn how to talk about people. That's how I got funny.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
you got a job back. And in our relationship, you ever notice, man, we all do that shit. We all Jones. We all play the dozens. But we come together.
You got to. That's how you bond and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I remember bringing women around and they're like, Jesus, like, your family is vicious. I'm like, what do you mean?
No, we're not.
Because it's so normal for us.
Because half of it was just half of it to see how far we can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, I'm mad about that last situation. Hey man, hey, your hairline receding. Like, yeah, but where your hair at? It's in your bag. You gotta
play the dozens. If you can't do it in the Farmer
clan, my gangster.
You can't do that. You're not ready.
Boy, I thought that was money on the ground. I almost jumped out this goddamn car.
Look at you.
Boy, I would have got hit like a motherfucker. I thought it was rolling money right there.
It do look like it.
Yeah, I was like, wait. But the devil tried to set me up. He almost got me, but he almost got me.
It's like 7 deadly sins. Greed.
But shit ain't greed. Shit, opportunity. I miss opportunity as a sin. I ain't gonna lie. Nothing worse than
you was gonna share that?
Huh?
You was gonna share it? See?
You want me to lie on air? That's what you want me to do?
No, I want you to tell the truth. This is about truth.
Maybe it depends. It depends how much money it is. If it's enough for me to share, then yeah. If let's say it was like a roll, let's say it was like $30 in ones, right?
Okay. I couldn't get 15.
What? You wasn't gonna get 15. You know what I'm saying? I don't even believe giving half of my goddamn mate. You were gonna get 10% of that. Yeah, I'm gonna give you $3. Here, you don't spend it all in one place.
You know how fucked up that is? Because I would have gave you half.
I wouldn't even ask you for half.
You wouldn't have to ask me. It wouldn't be the question. We were together. We found this.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
God damn. That's crazy.
It's free money.
That's crazy.
I don't have to work for it. Just move my legs.
Can't believe you would think of me like that. This is a touching situation right now.
See? Man, we cut from different cloths. We might look a little bit the same.
I think he's doing that because we on air.
Let it be some money down there. You think I'm kidding?
Hell no. I seen you and our cousin fight for change. So,
we didn't fight for no goddamn. Yo, he getting out of context. First of all, there were pennies. We were competitive.
Over pennies.
We were just joking. And we went down to get the pennies.
Yeah, nah. It was like two linebackers.
And this was like almost 15 years ago.
I'm sorry, you was a dope man and it happened. So I'm
like 1920. Come on, man.
I'm just equating it to real life. It's real life.
Really? I've traveled the world.
It happened.
I've seen some things. I've been exposed to so much. I own a business. I own several businesses. Really? It's 20-year-old punk.
Okay. So,
Jesus.
So we established that happened.
We established that it happened.
And what is experience from life? Experience comes from happenings. It happened. So that's why
So in your mind of minds, I wouldn't give you $15 out of 30 I found on the street.
I wouldn't even ask you for half, man. That's your blessing,
me, bro. Wouldn't have to ask me. It's our blessing. We together.
So since you're so generous, you gotta ask for no conversation for these.
Did I ask for anything?
Not yet.
I didn't even tell you what it cost.
How much did it cost?
I'm not telling you.
Oh.
I drive this morning. You allow me to drive your vehicle. You don't think I do certain things you don't even know about? There's things I've done in this car that cost me, and you don't know about it.
Yeah, the Tahoe. It's fucking, what's that broken?
Yeah, gas cap on. So, I mean, that's who I am. That's the type of person I am.
Move over. Yeah. I want the audience to see your eyes when you're saying this stuff. Move over a little bit. I can't see.
They can see me. They can see me.
I don't know, man.
Whatever,
I'm skeptical.
I'm getting off topic. Let's get back to it. Coronavirus.
Oh, that's what we talking about next?
Yeah, because you were listening to something.
That video, man, that shit had me captivated. I ain't gonna lie. I was on the edge of my seat sitting there watching that video.
Yeah, send me that.
Yeah,
I only caught bits and pieces of it.
This lady named Judy Mathavis or whatever, and she used to work for the CDC and stuff like that. And she didn't like the way they were handling things, and she spoke out about it, and they literally tore her life apart. She literally is bankrupt. They bankrupt her and stuff like that with no charges. And she wrote a book about the shit too. So, take it with a grain of salt, you know what I'm saying? But said that Anthony Fauci, whatever, that motherfucker, he's been behind a lot of this shit for a long time. But he look like a fucking rat. That's what he look like. He look real schemy, like he don't look like he'll fight you. He like he'll poison you.
Yeah, he one of those.
Yeah, don't he? He don't look like he'll come on, let's go. He'd be like, all right, how was your drink? I made you hot tea. You didn't taste the poison. That's what he seemed like. He in the perfect position to be a poisoner. I often ask myself, why are they doing this? Why is it going on for so long? That's the thing. That's a lot of money and fear.
Oh yeah.
And they can scare you to do this and this and that.
Oh yeah. They're cornering the market on a lot of shit. You gotta ask yourself, why would Bill Gates, someone like him, and all of these other billionaires pull out of stocks before this shit happened? Why would they sell off all of their assets?
Yeah, that's the fucking what the Supreme Court was questioning them about that shit. Right before all this stuff happened, they did. They liquidated their stocks on certain things.
They knew it was happening. They knew what was coming.
Insider trading, that's what it's called.
You know, it's scary to someone like us simply because you're not privy to those backdoor deals. We're talking about 200. I think it was 20 million jobs lost in April. 20.1, I think, million.
It was back what?
In April.
What, March? No, late March. It was 22.2 million people, new unemployment cases.
Yeah. So when you look at the world, I honestly, I was driving one night, dropping some people off, and I was thinking about all of it, looking over, seeing stores that's closed and closed and closed, and I was like, this is like
it's like the fucking Great Depression. All these stores out of work and stuff like that. Like, it's ridiculous. You gotta let them know about his gas pump.
Yeah. This has to be like a study. First of all, areas where it was more polluted, no more pollution. For example, the skies are clear over California. Hasn't been in almost 3 decades, and we're talking about within this last 2 months, totally clear, clean air. There was a giant hole in the ozone over, I believe it was the North Pole. It's closed up. It's gone over the Arctic. Clean water. You cannot think that we're gonna ever go back to normal when they see the data on stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Things are not gonna go back to the
This
status
is new
quo.
norm. This is new norm.
Schools, we see that we don't really need you to be in a building. A lot of businesses, the same. You don't need to be in a brick and mortar now to run your business. So you cut that cost off. All right. So why would these CEOs who's making millions, hundreds of millions now, will want to spend that mind share, that market share on brick and mortar now? The policies are changing on how people are doing business now. We can't go back to normal. Think about it. We never went back to normal after 9/11.
Yeah, it's just things changed globally.
This is a global change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not all for the bad, to be honest with you. You can't say it's all for the bad. Not if you look at how the effects it has on our environment. Because this is showing us the world don't need us. We need it.
Yeah.
So at an environmental standpoint, we're talking about less people on the road, less people wreaking havoc on this planet, which means it's better for generations. Economically, we're looking at new technology now. All of this stuff that was digital, that wasn't at the forefront, now is becoming more mainstream. It's coming at the forefront.
Yeah, they're trying to implement for my hobby and my business. They're trying to implement remote dueling. Which means if you have a smartphone and a webcam, you can play a tournament that you usually have to travel all the way to these hobby shops to do.
We're talking about
if it wasn't for this, none of that would have been taking place.
We're talking about a change on a scale that is and these are things that could have, without the COVID-19 pandemic, could have spent decades developing. We're talking about retrofitting it now.
Yeah, when something works, why change it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now that our system has been broken, now you can switch things up.
Absolutely. I'm just curious as to what is in the background of this. Like the video you were watching, she was stating that they have the cure already for things like AIDS. Well, which we already,
Right.
we already knew that. I mean,
That's not a natural occurring
looking
thing.
at Johnson, that
He
is
weigh more than I do.
that is,
Still dunking on nigga. Ask how my nuts shake. Like no magic, no magic. Oh, I'm so sorry. How my coffee taste?
so
Delicious. All right.
But
Right on.
But to get from where we were to here, it's like less crime in certain instances.
Well, less gun violence.
Yeah.
Domestic violence, slapping the fuck out of motherfuckers and shit. And that shit went up.
I gotta say, man, this is actually has had a positive effect on my life.
Honestly, hey, I'm living a dream. I ain't gonna lie. Oh shit, you not. My income monthly has doubled. I'm living a dream. You know what I'm saying? I'm packing on the pounds. I need to get outside more. But
yeah, that's why when I run, I challenge you to get out. Because I understand, man, being in the house, you're used to a certain routine, and when that routine is uprooted, you have to find a new routine, make some habits. That's why I try to get you out every day, man. Hey, man, what you doing? Get outside, get some of this weather in you. It's less people out here. You don't have to worry about all of the bullshit that happens.
I ain't worried about. You think I'm worried about any of these motherfuckers? They better be careful with me. I ain't worried about that. It's just the climbing them stairs. I live on the 3rd floor. So when I go to check my mail and shit like that, I make sure I take care of a lot of shit when I go check my mail. Maybe I take out the trash, whatever I got to do when I'm going to do that event. Because walking up them motherfuckers is fine. I'm good. I get up them motherfuckers. When I get to the door, oh shit. My friend be dying because they're not used to it.
You see, man, I equate mine because I don't get all of that. I stay in the basement. However, though, I can go up his stairs up and down because out every morning now I'm around walking a whole track and running.
I live there.
So that shit
still fucks me up a little bit. I'm good. I be up and down the motherfucker, but shit, when I get to my destination, I be like, God damn, I can walk up and down the motherfucker all day, up and down. Knees don't bother me, back don't bother me, none of that shit. But when I finally get to my apartment, I'm like, whoo, Jesus. All my friends, especially my friends, me and all my friends are now, we in our 30s and shit. So when they climb them stairs, they like, I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. One of my boys, he had it. I'm like, hey, don't die here now, because I will take your shit. Don't die in my living room now. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
This guy.
It's only half joking. Yeah, man.
Final thoughts.
I don't know what my final thoughts are, because my final thoughts are just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, even after all this shit and motherfucker go back to normal, it's just still gonna be some fuck shit. It's gonna be a bunch of fuck girls around here. You know what I'm saying? It's bad because I used to say I don't trust West Side women. Now I can't trust anybody.
Mm.
My problem is I treat women way too good above their station. You know what I'm saying? You expect motherfuckers to be on some fuck shit. But I don't be on fuck shit. And then because I ain't on fuck shit, they like, oh, I gotta be on some fuck shit.
Mm.
So I guess play the shit aloof. You know what I'm saying? It's harder. It's gonna get harder and harder to find a motherfucker and shit like that. Especially one motherfucker that ain't got a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that got a bunch of kids, they still be on fuck shit. So it don't matter. Like, I don't know.
Them ones is worse. They got help. Government assisted.
Well, then they should be Gucci then. They shouldn't need my money, my dollars.
No. It's never enough, bro. Never enough.
Well, your final thoughts.
Get out more, people.
Yeah, don't let this shit entomb you.
Yeah. Last year, I was in an accident and had to stay in the house pretty much every single day. with the exception of moving around to go to doctor's appointments, things like that. I became really down and depressed. Because I'm not normally used to that. I'm outside. I'm active. I like people. And I saw that my weight gain start to go back up. Because you need a routine. I see all these cars that are here on this block right now that wouldn't normally be here. These people will be at work. They'll be active.
Up to no good.
Yeah, some people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the case.
Yeah.
Even if you get out, I love going in the morning and seeing like parents with their children
I love
going around at the park, just going around the track, man. Very simple. 30 minutes, getting some sun, because
You need that
vitamin D deficiency will tear your bones to shred. Okay. And for people who sit in the house all day, they're vitamin D deficient, which means that you're not properly nutritioned. You're malnutrition. So get out, be active, talk to somebody. They set up these social networks and hotlines for people to talk to qualified individuals for a reason.
Just don't let this shit scare you from enjoying being social. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they want you to quarantine yourself and be in the house, be away from motherfuckers, stay with your immediate family. It's stupid shit when they like, if someone in your household has corona or somebody that's self-quarantine with them, which means you're gonna make that shit spread. Then all you motherfuckers got it. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody got like
don't fall prey to the hype.
Yeah, don't
be another sheep.
Yeah, don't be a fucking sheep and stuff like that. Yeah, practice safe distancing and stuff like that. If you
gotta protect yourself at all times.
If you have medical condition, yeah, you know what I'm saying. If you got like asthma, because it's affect motherfucker with asthma. You know what I'm saying?
It goes in your lungs.
It's actually your lungs. You know what I'm saying? But don't let this shit.
Educate yourself on what is going on, and just
don't fear monger you into
people are going to stores with masks on, driving around, but then they're touching everything with their hand. Or if you got gloves,
gotta go.
Yeah, she's late for work.
She ain't late for work. She ain't dressed for work like that. Ass hanging out the top of them pants.
Yeah, I was trying not to get distracted by it, bro. We're doing a podcast.
I'm gonna hit her. Damn.
And with that, we're gonna take off. I'm Q.
Yeah, I'm Teddy.
And it's the farm.
I didn't take my ear before I dap you.